Welcome to Insurance Talk Texas, brought to you by Shell Insurance Agency, North Texas's #1 business and personal lines insurance agency for the past 100 years. Call us today at 972-423-4546 for a quote, or visit us at shellinsurance.com. That's SCHELL insurance.com. Now, here's your hosts. Welcome to the final episode of our Collin County Insurance series on Insurance Talk Texas. Today, we're talking about something every family needs, but many put off: life insurance.
And if you live in Collin County, whether it's McKinney, Frisco, Prosper, Plano, Allen, or anywhere in this incredible region, you need to hear this, because Collin County isn't your average place. This is an economic powerhouse with unique needs.
Let's start with some mind-blowing stats. DFW just became the #1 destination in America for corporate headquarters relocations. Since 2018, 100 companies have moved their headquarters to North Texas. 100.
And where are many of them settling? Right here in Collin County. Toyota in Plano, Liberty Mutual, JPMorgan Chase, State Farm. We're talking about 24 to 25 Fortune 500 companies in the North Texas area.
So you've got high-earning professionals, corporate executives, families relocating from California and other states for these jobs. And here's what that means for life insurance. Higher incomes require higher coverage.
Exactly. If you're making 6 figures, which is common in Collin County, and something happens to you, your family needs to replace that income. Your mortgage in McKinney, where home values are rising 12% year over year, that needs to be covered. Your kids' college funds, protected.
And Collin County's population is projected to double by 2060. We're going from 1.2 million people to 2.4 million. That's massive growth, and a lot of it is young families building wealth and building futures.
Which brings us to the most important question. How much life insurance do you actually need? There's a simple rule of thumb: 10 to 15 times your annual income.
So if you're making $100,000 a year, you're looking at 1 to 1.5 million in coverage. If you're making $200,000, you need 2 to 3 million. It sounds like a lot, but think about what your family would face without you. Your mortgage, potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars. Your kids' education, tens of thousands per child. Daily living expenses for years. Final expenses, debts. All of that adds up fast.
And here's something couples in Collin County need to understand. If you're a dual-income household, both spouses need coverage. Even if one person earns less, losing that income and the contributions they make, childcare, household management, it all has financial value.
Now let's talk about the two main types of life insurance: term life and whole life. Most Collin County families should start with term life insurance.
Term life is exactly what it sounds like. You buy coverage for a specific term, usually 20 or 30 years. It's affordable, it provides huge coverage amounts, and it protects your family during the years they need it most.
When you're raising kids, paying a mortgage, building your career, that's when you need maximum protection. A healthy 35-year-old can get a $500,000 20-year term policy for around $30 a month. That's less than a streaming service for $500,000 of protection. And if you need $1 million or more, it's still incredibly affordable compared to the financial devastation your family would face without it.
Whole life insurance is different. It's permanent coverage that lasts your entire life, and it builds cash value over time. The premiums are much higher, but there are situations where it makes sense.
Business owners often use whole life for estate planning and business succession. High net worth families use it for wealth transfer strategies. But for most young Collin County families, term life gives you way more coverage for your dollar.
And this is where working with experts like Shell Insurance really matters. They help you figure out which type fits your situation. They understand Collin County's unique demographics, the corporate relocations, the high incomes, the need for substantial coverage. Call them at 972-423-4546.
Now let's talk about business owners, because Collin County has tons of entrepreneurs, thanks to Prosper's 40.6% growth and the business-friendly environment.
If you own a business with partners, you need life insurance as part of a buy-sell agreement. Say you and a partner each own 50% of a company. If one of you dies, life insurance provides the funds for the surviving partner to buy out the deceased partner's share from their family.
Without that, the family might want to sell to an outsider or demand a role in the business, creating chaos. Life insurance-funded buy-sell agreements solve this cleanly.
And key person insurance protects your company if a critical employee or owner dies. If losing that person would hurt revenues or operations, key person insurance provides cash to weather the storm while you rebuild.
For prosperous professional services businesses, those consultants and technical experts, if the key revenue generator dies, the company needs funds to survive. That's what key person insurance does.
Now, when should you buy life insurance? Yesterday. But seriously, the younger and healthier you are, the cheaper it is. A 30-year-old pays way less than a 50-year-old for the same coverage.
And if you develop health issues, diabetes, heart problems, cancer, it gets expensive or you might not qualify at all. So don't wait. If you're healthy today, lock in those low rates.
Life events that should trigger a life insurance review: getting married, having a baby, buying a home, especially in McKinney or Frisco where mortgages are substantial, getting promoted, starting a business.
And here's one people miss. If you're relocating to Collin County for one of those corporate jobs, make sure you have personal life insurance, not just what your employer provides.
Right. Employer coverage is great as a benefit, but it's usually just 1 or 2 times your salary. That's not enough for a Collin County family. And if you leave that job or get laid off, that coverage disappears.
You need your own policy that you control, that stays with you regardless of job changes, especially in today's economy where people switch jobs more frequently.
And you can often get better rates buying your own term policy than relying solely on employer coverage. Shell Insurance can show you how to layer employer coverage with your own policy for complete protection. Visit shellinsurance.com. That's SCHELL insurance.com.
Let's talk about common mistakes Collin County families make with life insurance. Mistake number 1, not having any. Shockingly common, especially among young families who think they're invincible.
Mistake number 2, not having enough. Having a $100,000 policy when you make $200,000 a year and have a $500,000 mortgage, that's drastically underinsured.
Mistake number 3, only insuring the primary breadwinner. If you're a dual-income household or if one spouse manages the home while the other works, both need coverage.
Mistake number 4, buying coverage and never reviewing it. Your 20-year-old policy that made sense then might be completely inadequate now that you've had kids, bought a bigger house and prosper, and tripled your income.
Which is why annual reviews with Shell Insurance are so valuable. As your life changes, as Collin County grows, as your wealth and obligations increase, your coverage needs to keep pace.
Here's what you should do right now. First, if you don't have life insurance, make getting quotes your top priority this week. Don't put it off another month.
Second, if you have coverage, pull out your policy. Look at the death benefit. Does it actually cover your mortgage, your debts, your family's living expenses for years, your kids' education? If not, you need more.
Third, make sure both spouses are covered if you're married. Run that income replacement calculation for both of you. 10 to 15 times annual income.
Fourth, if you own a business or have business partners, talk to Shell Insurance about buy-sell agreements and key person coverage. Protect what you've built.
Fifth, consider term life as your foundation. It's affordable and provides massive coverage during your peak earning and family-raising years.
And finally, understand that life insurance is one of the most important financial decisions you'll make. It's not about you. It's about protecting the people who depend on you.
In Collin County, with our incredible growth, our Fortune 500 companies, our young families building wealth, the stakes are high. If you're the breadwinner for a family in a $500,000 McKinney home with kids in excellent schools, building a great life, your family needs protection.
One tragedy, one unexpected loss without proper coverage, and everything they've built is at risk. The house might have to be sold, college funds depleted, lifestyle dramatically reduced. That's what we're preventing with life insurance.
Shell Insurance specializes in helping Collin County families get this right. They understand the local dynamics, the corporate relocations, the high incomes, the need for substantial coverage. They're not trying to oversell you or undersell you. They're making sure you have exactly what your family needs.
Call them today at 972-423-4546 or visit shellinsurance.com. That's SCHELL insurance.com. Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your family now while you're healthy and insurability is guaranteed.
That wraps up our 4-part series on Collin County Insurance. We've covered McKinney Home Insurance, Frisco Auto Insurance, Prosper Business Insurance, and today, life insurance for all of Collin County.
Share these episodes with your neighbors, your coworkers, your friends who just relocated here. Knowledge is power, and proper insurance is protection. Thanks for joining us on Insurance Talk Texas.
Stay protected, Collin County. Remember, Shell Insurance, 972-423-4546. We'll catch you next time.
Protect what matters most, Texas. Thanks for listening. Be sure to visit our sponsor, Shell Insurance, for all of your business, homeowners, and auto insurance needs. Call them at 972-423-4546 for a quote, or visit their website at shellinsurance.com. That's SCHELL insurance.com. See you next time.